Good morning, Fort Worth, and happy 1st of May. It is May the 1st. Does this May the 1st be with you today? I think maybe. Anyway, hope you're having a good one. Welcome to the Fort Worth Roots Morning Show. We put this on Monday through Thursday for you guys. You're welcome to call in whenever we record live at 8 o'clock. Episodes out by 9. These are 20-minute, 25-minute long episodes meant to get you ready for your day. Either going to work, dropping the kiddos off, whatever you got going on. Just a little snippet. Some weather, some news, some local events, and Thursdays are our big days. We're gonna cover a bunch of stuff happening over the weekend so that you know how to make your plans. Again, you can call in anytime, or you can leave us a message on our voicemail. You can email an audio recording. You can even send one in through our Instagram app. The phone number is 817-988-1292, and on Instagram, it's Fort Worth Roots. Thank you guys for being here. Let's jump into our first segment. It's weather. 84 today for a high, 65 for a low. Hope you guys didn't get washed away. My little bitty 2003 Toyota, what is that thing, Camry, was having trouble yesterday. The streets were flooded, and I turned into a little bit of a jet ski. That's what I thought I kind of looked like. Flooded streets. So hopefully everybody made it through that all right. Friday, 69 for a high, 53 for a low, 46% chance of rain. I don't believe it. Scattered thunderstorms is what it says. And let's see here. Saturday, 75 for a high, 53 for a low. It looks like the rain chances are gone this weekend. It's going to be beautiful, moderate temperatures and sunny skies. Sunday, also 77 for a high, 58 for a low. And it's looking pretty good. Next week, it looks like we have some chances of rain. Tuesday moving forward, but we'll keep you up to date on that on Monday because that stuff changes over the weekend. If you guys haven't caught this, we did some pre-recordings last week, and the reason that we did that, those pre-recordings, is because we weren't going to be in town. We weren't even going to be in an area where they had cell phone service. So we did the pre-recordings, and then me and Meg, our co-host, Dustin Schneider from the Jerry Jonestown Massacre podcast, and Susie Ramon from Fort Worth Famous. We all went down to Far West Texas. We started off in Big Bend, then we headed over to Terlingua, got to run through the ghost town, and then up to Presidio for lunch, and then finally Marfa. We did a bunch of podcast recordings and got to see the sights, and brought you guys along for the ride. You can catch part 1 of that excursion on the Fort Worth Roots podcast. Part 2 is on JJTM, and then part 3 is on Fort Worth Famous, and every one of them is unique and a hoot to listen to. Great group of people. I hope we get to do stuff like this more often. It's been about 2 years since we did that last time, so I'm here for it. And we took a ton of videos. I'm still trying to drop everything that we brought back. Excuse me. Okay, let's get into it. National Day of May Day, May 1st. See what we got here. Hurricane Preparedness Week. Okay. National Physical Education and Sports Blessing Day. Couple Appreciation Day. CSS Reboot Day. I'm actually looking for May 1st. Is that on here? Frequent Flyer Day. Keep Kids Alive Drive 25 Day. Okay. May Day. Just not seeing it. Today's May 1st, right? So, I mean, it's May the 1st be with you. Isn't that a thing? I thought it was. Okay, I'm not seeing it here. Teen Pregnancy Prevention Month. If you didn't know, now you do know. All right, let's move it along here. This day in history, 1776. This is a good one. Illuminati begins. Bavarian Illuminati Society is founded. With Freemason membership beyond his means, Adam Weishaupt founds his own secret society to promote anti-clerical and pro-enlightenment ideas. The Order of Illuminati, the society will inspire both deep thought and wild conspiracy theories and even wilder parties. I added that last part, but I bet you they put on some good parties. All right, 1851, this day in history, the Great Exhibition displays 19th century might and majesty. The Great Exhibition in London's Hyde Park opens with 13,000 exhibitors of the finest achievements in industry, science, and the arts. The displays stretch over 8 miles of tables inside a massive glass and iron structure dubbed the Crystal Palace. The show will attract 6 million visitors. Cool. 1886, labor strike and rally for rights in major U.S. cities. 60-hour work weeks at poverty wages inspire marchers to mass in Chicago, New York, Milwaukee, and other American cities. Among their demands are an 8-hour workday and better labor condition. The strikes and rallies will inspire International Workers' Day. So, All these nerds in 1886 out there getting beat up with batons by police officers. You have them probably to thank for your 8-hour workday. That's kind of cool. This day in 1886. 1931, Empire State Building opens. I'm clicking on it. Here we go. World's tallest building is dedicated in New York City. At 102 stories high, the towering Art Deco-inspired Empire State Building is now the tallest man-made structure on the planet and dominates Midtown Manhattan's skyline. It will reign as the world's tallest building for nearly 4 decades until the original World Trade Center overtakes it in 1970. That was this day in history, 1931. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Yesterday, I got a chance. I was invited out to, it's an organization called 1 Million Cups, and it's a bunch of local entrepreneurs here in the Fort Worth area. We met over at, I believe it's called Tech Fort Worth, their building, and got to listen to an interesting lady with a new book give a pitch on her work, and that was fun. Got to hang out with some cool people. Dimitri King, our Tuesday co-host, was there. And as I walked away from that, I thought, damn it, I should have got a picture of this organization, kind of the room, the way they had that set up. But the coffee was good. It was hot anyway. And a lot of cool people in there. So shout out to the folks over there at 1 Million Cups. And if you are a local business owner, we would love to get you on the show. Doesn't matter what industry you're in. Just hit me up, media@fortworthroots.com, and send me an email. We will get you on the schedule. That's one of the main priorities of the morning show is putting a spotlight on local businesses. 501Cs too. You got any of that going on? Hit us up. Hell yeah, we got a caller. See if I can do this right. Good morning, caller. You're on the air with Fort Worth Roots Morning Show. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. Can you hear me?
I can. I got you cranked up.
Good. You can hear me well?
I can.
Because I am downtown right now, just a few blocks from you, at Taylor and 5th Street.
Okay.
And I'm on the set of Landman.
Hell yeah. Are you going to be in the show?
Probably not. It just so happened that I'm down here working, and I'm right in the middle of everything.
That's really cool.
In fact, when I called you earlier to see if you're on the air, I was looking at Taylor Sheridan.
That's cool. You got Billy Bob down there?
Supposedly he's running around here somewhere.
Yeah.
But they're doing a lot of work at the Frost building.
That's awesome.
Here downtown. So they were supposed to do it all last night, but I guess the rain screwed everything up, so they're doing it today.
Yeah, that'll do it
so,
too.
If you got to come downtown and you're in the 5th, 6th, 7th Taylor, Throckmorton area, it's a nightmare.
Yeah, we did pull that story, but I'm glad that we've got eyes and ears on the ground over there. Our out in the streets correspondent Dustin Schneider from the Jerry Jonestown Massacre podcast.
There are people everywhere, and they are doing casting. I got a link sent to me just a couple of days ago when we got back in town about they're looking for a lot of people to be in Landman this season.
Yeah.
A lot of extras.
We need to put our name in the hat for sure.
And it's wide open, yeah.
That's awesome.
Another thing I'm calling for is because it's Thursday, you're always looking for crap that's going on during the weekend.
Correct. Yes, sir.
And this is a huge weekend. And I figured you'd probably overlook this because you hate sports so much.
I just don't have any kind of feelings about sports. There's no hatred.
So it's a huge, huge weekend because NASCAR's here.
Right.
In Fort Worth. Okay. So you have races on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Boy, that does matter even to people that are not sports fans because that tells me I need to stay away from I-30 or not I-30, I-35.
Yeah, they've got it all fixed though. It's smooth cruising through there now.
Really?
Yeah, they've had it. They've done well. First off, the attendance is way down with NASCAR, so it's not as crazy as it used to be.
Okay.
And second, they've got it all figured out. That track's been there for it's been there for 28 years.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's one of the first things I worked on when I started working at my day job.
Right.
Was the racetrack. So, yeah, I think in 28 years they've got traffic figured out. Second, over in McKinney is the Byron Nelson.
Is that
huge
like
golf tournament?
Yeah, that sounded like golf. Yeah, big deal, huh?
Yeah, it's on the tour. The golf tour's in town, which means if there's a Byron Nelson this week, they'll probably be over here next week at the Colonial.
How do you feel about Mr. John Daly?
He is a national icon that should be protected at all times.
I think that he is the living incarnation of Rodney Dangerfield in Caddyshack.
He pretty much has taken on that persona.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool.
And the third thing I have on my list for this weekend,
okay,
and this is one that is close to my heart, and I will probably go to one day this weekend, is the International Guitar Show is in town. And this is the biggest guitar show in the country.
They're doing it at Dickey's or what?
No, they do it over at Dallas Market Hall.
Okay.
And it's people come in from all over the world, buy, sell, trade guitars. There's all sorts of relics there. They have like an auction area that will have all sorts of guitars from famous people. You can go through there and look at, but it's a big gear sale and swap, and from what I know, it's the biggest one in the world.
Do you think anybody's going to be selling those custom guitars that are made off of cigar boxes? Do you think anybody's going to be selling those?
Yeah, there's usually someone in there doing that.
Those look cool on the wall.
Yeah, they're cool, and they sound good. I mean, they work.
Mm-hmm.
They also make them out of the old tin oil can. Or gas can.
Really? That seems,
yeah, the old square.
It seems like the acoustical value for that might be hard to pull off.
They sound pretty good. They're pretty decent from the ones I've heard.
Huh. Yeah, the first time I saw those cigar box guitars, I was like, oh my God, I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. And then finally, Sunday is May 4th.
Uh-huh.
So may the 4th be with you. And there are Star Wars events happening all over the Metroplex.
I really screwed that up this morning because I was like, "Isn't it May 1st be with you?" I couldn't remember. I'm not caffeinated yet, but yeah, May the 4th be with you. That makes way more sense.
May the 4th be with you, and then Revenge of the 5th. Is the next day, and then I forgot there is something on the 6th, but I forgot what it is. But if anybody's inclined, here in Fort Worth, downtown, the Rooftop Cinema Club, which is the cool rooftop movie theater over here by the, what is that? The hotel, the Worthington Hotel?
Uh-huh.
They are showing Empire Strikes Back.
I've always wanted
Sunday.
to do that. I've never made it up there, but I've always wanted to do that. I'm sure tickets are sold out by now.
When I looked, there were still some available.
Okay.
But I have a possible event that's kind of colliding with that because Ministry is in town Sunday night.
Your photography skills are needed.
Yeah, and I'm friends with those guys, so I may be going to Ministry.
I got a question for you, and
go for it.
I hope this is appropriate. I'm putting you in the hot seat on live podcast airtime.
Okay.
You took some really fantastic night shots and drone footage on our trip to Far West Texas, and I'm biting my fingernails off. I have no fingernails now. Do you know whenever that's going to be released to the public so that they can see what we got into down there in Far West Texas?
I started editing the drone footage last night.
Uh-huh.
And hopefully I will finish that edit today.
Okay.
And it will be out there and we can share it everywhere because there's so much.
I know.
I shot over 80 gigs of drone
God
footage.
Bless.
So when you're saying, just throw it up in the drive. I'm
I know.
Okay.
I know.
No, that's not.
Well,
because it's all at 4K and it's huge. So.
And initially, what I was thinking is you could take like small clips and send them. I didn't expect you to send the whole files, but yeah, you've been working on other stuff as well. You've had a lot on your plate, so.
Yeah, I had to get some freaking engagement photos done.
I bet the folks that got those engagement photos are very happy with them.
Yeah, I was wondering if you're ever going to post those.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out the best way to do it. We have incorporated some of them into the videos. For our listeners that don't know, your boy got engaged down there in Big Bend in front of St. Helena Canyon, and Dustin Schneider from Plastic Object Photography shot the engagement photos. So now that you've brought it full circle and it's out there, what I'll do is I'll let Megan pick the ones she wants me to use, and I'll string them together, show people.
That's the smart thing to do.
Yeah.
Let
her decide.
Let the lady choose.
So I got my
because
favorites.
she'll be like, I like the way I look in this one, but not in this one.
Exactly.
Why'd you post that one?
Yeah.
I look weird.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
it's always smart to go with them because it doesn't matter to us
Mm-hmm.
if we look weird or not. I mean,
I want to encourage people to check this out because Dustin, he does all sorts of different photography, and he's told me in the past he's kind of over wedding photography, but he's still damn good at it. And so, anyway, if you're looking for a high-end, very expert guy that knows what he's doing with all the right gear, it's Plastic Object Photography.
And that was the shortest engagement shoot I've ever done.
Yeah, we were both just crawling out of our skin. Like, neither one of us were, I'm sure that you get with these cute young couples and they're like, oh, let's make a whole day out of it. Let's take 1,000 photos. But I also know, I trust your photography. And so whenever you got, 100 shots, I'm like, 50 of those are gold. Whereas more of a novice photographer, somebody still cutting teeth, they can take 100 photos and have one good one. So I wasn't worried about it. I know that you know what you're doing. So we were both just like, that's enough.
I mean, what was the time frame of total shooting? Because we shot for 2 minutes outside of the restaurant, probably 2 or 3 minutes outside the restaurant.
Are we counting the canyon?
Yeah, no, not the canyon. Okay. I just the stuff where we were doing real stuff.
I'd
like
say
the canyon.
I'd say an hour max. Total time, hour.
I was gonna say like 20 minutes because we just went outside the restaurant for a few minutes and then down to the graveyard for a few minutes.
I think we
were 20 minutes.
I think we were in Terlingua Ghost Town for at least 20 minutes. I really did.
Yeah.
Because we were messing with lighting and you were getting all your gear set up, and so I think probably 20 minutes there, and then we went down the street and took some photos, and that was probably 10 minutes. So yeah, I'd say about an hour.
Yeah, we just blew through it.
Yeah,
that was quick.
But the entire story is on the podcast network, so you can get part 1 on the Fort Worth Roots, part 2 on Jerry Jonestown Massacre, and part 3 on Fort Worth Famous with Susie Ramone. And each one of those is completely different, but tells the entire story of our trip down to Far West Texas. And brother, I love this, and I think that we need to do trips like this more often. Maybe I'd love to do it once a quarter, but at least twice a year. It doesn't have to be Big Bend, doesn't have to be 8 hours away, but something.
We need to go to Caddo.
I want to include
the
other
side of the state.
Yes, I still want to do lots of camping stuff, but I would love to also do other stuff. Something, maybe we go watch rockets take off, or maybe Katy Perry will buy us a ticket and we can get on Blue Origin, or whatever, just other stuff.
We stopped there.
I know you did.
And we took pictures of the front gate and
of Blue Origin.
Blue Origin. We stopped at Blue Origin.
Not Katy Perry's house.
No.
Okay.
And took pictures of the front gate, and I feel that me taking pictures of the front gate of Blue Origin and their massive little sign makes me just as much of an astronaut as Katy Perry.
I agree with you, sir, and thank you for your service, and Godspeed. We appreciate all of you astronauts.
To infinity and beyond.
To infinity and beyond. Thank you, Dustin Snyder. I'll call you here in a little bit.
All right. Later.
All right, see ya. Bye. Bye. That is Dustin Snyder, the host, creator of the Jerry Jonestown Massacre podcast, the longest running, highest paid, best North Texas podcast. Go check that out. You can find it on all the platforms. All right, let's get back into these news stories. That was a little bit of a sidebar. Hope you enjoyed that. All right, here we go. What did we pull up? Oh, yeah, first story. Landman Season 2 is filming in Fort Worth this weekend. Apparently, it has already begun on Thursday. Here are street closures due to the shoot. This story is by MSN.com, WFAA TV Dallas-Fort Worth. Story is by Paul Livingood. That sounds made up. Paul, is that your real last name? That is so cool. Living Good. Okay, Here we go. The new Paramount hit series Landman is filming in downtown Fort Worth this weekend, which will prompt a series of road closures. Taylor Sheridan's hit show premiered on Paramount Plus and was renewed for a second season last month. The show is set in the oil boom towns of West Texas and stars Billy Bob Thornton and Demi Moore. Last season, we were even treated to a guest knockout appearance by Jerry Jones. You guys can read on. Let me see if it'll let me. Okay, there's no paywall. For the upcoming filming season on May 1st and May 2nd, the show will be filming at the following locations: 640 Taylor Street between West 5th Street and West 7th Street. That's where our boy Dustin's at right now. West 6th Street between Throckmorton Street and Burnett Street. Here's what streets will be closed and when. May 1st, 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. Taylor Street between West 5th Street and West 6th Street. 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Left 2 lanes of West 6th Street between Lamar Street and Burnett Street. Traffic will be able to travel normally on West 6th Street using the right 2 lanes during this time. 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Taylor Street between West 6th Street and West 7th Street. 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. West 6th Street between Throckmorton Street and Burnett Street. Taylor Street will remain open with intermittent traffic control during this closure. May 2nd, 7 a.m. to 1 a.m. Taylor Street between West 5th Street and West 6th Street. Fort Worth police officers will be on site to help facilitate traffic and ensure safety of the general public and the crew. According to a letter from the production company to surrounding business obtained by WFAA, the film set will be closed to the public in order to maintain a safe environment for everyone involved, in the letter stated. Okie dokie. So now you know. All right, let's get out of here. What's the next story? Fort Worth Report. FortWorthReport.org. The story is by Cecilia Linzen. Less than 5% of Tarrant County voted early ahead of May 3rd election. That's a lot, though. I mean, that doesn't sound like a great turnout, but 5% of a million, what is that? You do the math. I'm not doing it. So like 50,000? I don't know. I'm bad at math. Okay. Yeah, so get out and vote. May 3rd, Election Day. Early voting polling place. There's a sign there. Okay. In a county of 1.28 million registered voters, 4.95%, or about 63,000 people, I wasn't far off, have voted early either in person or by mail ahead of the May 3rd election. The ballot includes several local offices, including city council races, school board seats, Tarrant Regional Water District, and Tarrant County College Board positions. The Tarrant County Election Office reported that 61,641 voters cast their ballot in person and 1,585 voters casted by mail, according to early voting reports. The in-person early voting period was April 22nd to the 29th. And the absentee voters can mail in their ballots at any date leading up to the election. In the May 2023 election, 69,211 people voted early and in person, so those numbers are down. Okie dokie. Look it up. You can go online and find your voting locations. Let's see if there was a link in this. I don't see it. Okay, I'm not seeing a link to click on to find out where you can go vote, but doing a quick internet search, you should be able to find out where your polling office is, and May 3rd is Election Day. That's when we find out who our new mayor is going to be. Is it going to be the same mayor or a different mayor? And if you'd like, we did do a full, awesome recording with our current mayor, Mayor Maddie Parker. And I can't remember what episode number that is, but it's not too far back in our catalog. Check that out. Also, Michael Crane from City Council. And Fort Worth Roots, we don't do the political thing. We don't. But these are people that are inside our community and making Fort Worth what it is. So they are welcome on our show. But we kept it totally non-political. We're just talking about Fort Worth and what the needs of the community are, and PSAs, and talking about 501c. So don't think you're going to be running into an episode where we're just talking all sorts of political stuff, because I don't think it occurs once in either one of those recordings that we did. But it's a good way to kind of get a barometer read on what's going on in your backyard. So check those out. Michael Crane, he is a District 3 city councilman. And then, of course, Maddie Parker is our mayor. So check those out. Electricity captured from falling rain conjures the ultimate picture of tropical stability. This is by Andy Corbley, and it's our goodnewsnetwork.org story of the day. Scientists in Singapore have broken a long-standing limitation on the ability to generate electricity from flowing water, suggesting that another elemental force of nature could be leveraged for renewable energy, rain. With the simplest and smallest scale test setup, the team could power about 12 LED light bulbs with simulated raindrops flowing through a tube. But at scale, their method could generate meaningful amounts that could rival rooftop solar arrays. Singapore experiences significant rainfall throughout the year, averaging 101 inches of precipitation annually. The idea of generating electricity from such falling water is attractive, but the method has long been constrained by a principle called the Debye length. You guys can read on. This does sound pretty cool. Would you be an early adopter of this technology? Would you give up your solar panels for rainwater energy? Sounds cool. I don't know. I'm here for it. Of course, I think we talked about this already. May 1st. Mayfest. Having trouble with that May 1st thing today. Mark your calendars for May 1st through the 4th, 2025, for the Mayfest 2025 celebration. Check the website for details and updates. That is on fortworthtexas.gov. It's our city's website. And I clicked on calendars and events. And it brings up everything that's happening around the city as far as the city's concerned. So anyway, check that out. That's about everything that I've got for you today. I want to say thank you to everybody out there making this part of their morning. Really do appreciate you guys. We want to make the show better. We want to include more people, more local businesses. This is supposed to be a connecting fiber for the city, and I'm not going to stop until it's the most powerful way for people to get the message out. But I really do need your help to do it. So if you've got an event coming up, if you're a local business with an event, whatever, just email us an audio clip or send it to us through our Instagram. Hit that messenger thingy. There's a microphone there. Click on it. Talk about your event, and then just send it to me through Instagram if you want. Our email is media@fortworthroots.com. We do the show Monday through Thursday. We have lots of openings. I can have up to 3 guests per day. So there's tons of opportunities for you to be on the show. If you want to come and spend about 2 to 3 minutes talking about something. I was talking to a gentleman yesterday at 1,000 Cups, the networking group, and I told him, I was like, yeah, you get 2 or 3 minutes towards the tail end of the show just to kind of talk about what you got going on. And he's like, how about 5 minutes? I'm like, how about 2? We got to do it quick, and I'm way over today, but it's our Thursday episode, and they usually do go long. Oh, my God. I totally forgot about events, guys. Here we go. I got them for you. Let's do this. Although we did cover quite a bit, there is more. Starting off with here at Hoppin'. Here's a full breakdown of what's going on this weekend. Today at Hoppin', which is located on Weisenberger Street right next to Blackland Distillery. You got $6 Casamiga margaritas and $2 Modelo's. Friday is a dating mixer at 7 p.m. And then Power Hop. I think we'll cover that here in just a minute. And then Saturday is Pre-Cinco de Mayo specials all day. And then Sunday is 25% off all taps and an AHL poker tournament at 3 p.m. Power Hop. This is 9 p.m. to close Friday and Saturday nights here at Hoppin', featuring the best DJs and food trucks in Fort Worth. Drink specials, reverse happy hour from 10 p.m. to midnight, $6 Crown and Downs, $4 Gummy Bear Starburst shots. Listen to me, folks. Hoppin' is trying to make this the coolest place in town. So come on out. Put this on your calendar. Make it part of your weekend plans and see what they have to offer. The self-serve tap wall is the hands-down cheapest way to enjoy craft beer here in Fort Worth. 58 taps on that wall. THC seltzers, ciders, craft beers, and more. And then over here at the cocktail bar, where I'm sitting today because I'm rolling solo, they have everything that you could think of and some great specialty drinks. So check it out. Hoppin' here in Fort Worth. On Instagram, it's Hoppin' FWTX. All right, today, Masterworks concert at Saginaw Music by the Olds Cool Band. The City of Saginaw and ArtsNet are pleased to welcome the Olds Cool Band to the Switchyard Food Truck Park for a concert on Thursday, May 1st, 2025, 7 p.m. to 8. Check that out. I'm reading these off of Facebook events, so you guys can find more info if you want. Sunday, 9 p.m. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. Groove Gallery Jams with special guest Jenny Mack. Where is this happening at? The Cicada. Okay. Groove Gallery Jams features special guest Jenny Mack Sunday, May 4th at the Cicada, Fort Worth, 9 p.m. That's going to be cool. All right. Let's see here. What else we got? Southside Preservation Hall Sunday at 3:30. Jiggernaut and Beyond the Pale. 1519 Lipscomb Street, Doors open at 3:30. Music kicks off at 5. Looking for ticket prices. I'm not seeing it right here, but I'm also scanning through here pretty quickly. Oh, there we go. Get tickets at www.prekindle.com or southsidepreservation.com. Tickets are $25. Bar service, food trucks, TBA. What's TBA? Mayfest, May 1st at 4 p.m. We just talked about this. It's going to be a lot of fun. This is one of the big Fort Worth events. Happens every year. You guys should check it out if you have a chance to swing through there. It's something that the city puts on for us. It's going to be a rad little time. Far too many details for me to go into right now. But anyway, okay, that's what I've got for you today, folks. I know I missed stuff. Don't let me do it again. If you are aware of a news story, a local event, or anything, just reach out to me and let me know. We do appreciate it when you do an audio clip because it plays better on the show. All right, I took this too far, and I got to get this episode out to you in the next 8 minutes. So I'm going to let this go. If you guys have any suggestions for us on the show, we are here to listen and make improvements, 100%. And I'm always looking for a co-host. We usually have one on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays for sure. Like, that's buttoned up. 2 of them called in sick this week. So even if I've got a scheduled co-host, there is still room for you. As you folks travel through outer space on the back of a giant sea turtle, we hope that you will choose love and gratitude every chance you get. Till Monday, folks. Good day.
Last night, so fine. Eyes yours to your mind. You feel me, you thrill me. Never had some love and to heal me. You're oh so